What is good, you guys? It's your boy Randy Anderson here with another episode of the Word on the Ave, man. I got both of my brothers in the building. Before I introduce both of them, I just want to first and foremost say these thoughts are our thoughts, and none of us are trying to nobody on this cast is trying to talk down to anybody. So yeah, with all that being said, let's get this show started. Lauren in the building. What's good, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got also Corey in the building. You know what I'm saying? The infamous.
Bam. What's that?
All right, so as you guys can see, we'll be talking about the aftermath of Juiceworld, man. So with all of the knowledge that we have now about Juiceworld, who was 21, passed away 6 days after his 21st birthday. From the drugs, we'll talk about the drugs. We'll talk about the pretty much everything that needs to be talked about Juiceworld. So man, let's get into this conversation. So what is you guys' thoughts on the aftermath of this whole Juiceworld thing, the drug overdose and all this other stuff? Lauren, I'll let you go first.
Man, watch your circle, man. Watch your circle, man. Steel sharpens steel.
I like that.
First and foremost, man, I want to say rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that rest in heaven, all that rest in peace, man. You know what I'm saying? Because just another tragic death, man. We time after time after time, we keep hearing about these young kids. You know what I'm saying? It's not no old heads. It's these young men dying. And this situation. I'll be honest with you. I read on a lot of these stories just to get the information, but this one really kind of it struck a nerve with me for multiple reasons. First and foremost, why did you what made you what made you feel the need you needed to have that on a plane? Understanding, that he's young. When you're young, you feel extremely untouchable, but recognize who you are. You know what I'm saying? You are a African. You are an American African man. So we will always and forever in America be under scrutiny. In the public eye. His circle, for those that don't know, he had two other people on the plane with him that had weapons. He did not have the weapons. They had the weapons. One of them walked away from the whole thing. The other one did get arrested, but was bailed out for a very, very short amount and walked away while this young man ingested I don't even know the numbers, but essentially he ingested
a group of pills,
a ton of narcotic medicine that basically caused his body to seize out, and he lost his life. The way the story unfolds is that once he found out that the feds were waiting on him when he got off the plane, he ingested all the pills. Which caused his body to seize out. Body's not made to handle that amount of medication
at one time
in one setting, and so he seized out and lost his life. But I think for me, being I guess more of a mature head, it really made me question hip hop, and how we perpetuate this lifestyle that continues to get these young guys killed. It continues to get these young guys killed. The lean in the cup.
Double cup.
It's crazy to me. That we don't really look at it like that. Most people don't look at it like that. I know I've heard some people would say, well, he a dumbass for taking all the pills. And I won't call him a dumbass. I will say that he would have been able. I feel like he would have been able to get off with a fairly light sentence.
Oh yeah.
Uh, uh, just due to his status. I would assume he would be able to find adequate representation to get him off with a light sentence. But he freaked out. You know what I'm saying? He freaked out. He didn't understand the rules of the game. He didn't understand the rules of the game. And so, saying that, I think hip hop needs to take a look in the mirror. Because don't get me wrong, uh, it don't matter what era of hip hop you talk about. It doesn't matter what era of hip hop you talk about. You had rappers that were talking about, or I won't say talking about. You had rappers glorifying, what I'm saying, a reckless lifestyle. However, it wasn't the majority. It was always the minority. But with the structure of hip hop as it stands now, this has become the majority that glorify this lifestyle, the lifestyle of sipping on lean, popping Percocet, murder just because, not justify murder by any stretch of the imagination, but murder just because, and it's continued to perpetuate in our neighborhoods, in our society, into our culture. We haven't wised up to understanding that we control our narrative. We allow everybody else to control our narrative and tell the story about who we are, as a culture, as a society. We're not educating these young men on, how to protect themselves, in a lot of cases. He could have easily protected himself in this particular situation, but I would go out on a limb and say he didn't know how to because he wasn't educated on how to.
Okay.
And so, like I said, this one just kind of struck a nerve, because of everything that was involved behind it. The two dudes that was on the plane with him, I don't know ages, so, but I would hope that they would be like, hey man, fuck, you the man.
Yeah,
One of us
you
will
the
take the fall for
breadwinner.
this.
Yeah.
One of us will take the fall for this. You know what I'm saying? Just hold me down. Something. Or just hell, just say, hey, nah, man, don't take all them pills, man. You stupid, you gonna die. Then what? You know what I'm saying? All this would be for nothing. All this would be for nothing. And I don't know rappers by name a lot these days. So when I heard of who it was, somebody had to play me a song. So I was like, I don't know no Juiceworld. And somebody had to play me a song, and once I heard the song, I was like, oh,
The Lucid
okay.
Dreams kid.
What I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, so it's really disheartening. You know what I'm saying? I don't think enough people are looking at it from the right perspective. I think a lot of us have come to accept this. It's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Without looking at the factors that really led to it. And I don't know all of them.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking in kind of a general rule that says, you got to be careful the company you keep. You want to be around people that that want to see you alive the next day. You want to be around people that will not just gas you up all the time, but will also call you out when you on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? And so we this one is this one hits a little harder, and I think that, again, going back to hip hop, we really hip hop needs to take a look in the mirror, and I ain't gonna say hip hop, I'm gonna say rap. Rap needs to take a look in the mirror,
Okay.
because hip hop tells stories, but it doesn't glorify, it just tells stories. But rap, on the other hand, is where the glorification comes in, and so, the OGs have gone back underground. You know, they can't. They feel like they probably feel like they can't talk to the young kids if they won't have an impact because they remember days of being wild and reckless and not listening to anybody. But
That's true.
you can't put people in the same shoe you were just because you understand the age and where they are in life, and that's just kind of part of the way life works. We need to open our damn mouths instead of saying, I don't want to be in such and such business. You know,
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. You don't want to be all up in somebody's business, but there is a time when you have to open your mouth and you have to say something. We have to lead the next generation. We can't let them lead it. We have to guide and lead the next generation if we want any type of effective change. So
Uh,
I'll let y'all chime in. Go ahead.
all right, real quick, let's jump into mailbag real quick. Sherelle Ritchie says, "Good evening, guys. Uh, they're selling their souls for fame, for fame, senseless. My condolences to his family, though."
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
Yeah,
Corey, I'll let you go ahead.
this shit, man. It's I wonder, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a fine line, they talk about, in many ways, whether people want to admit it or not, weed can be a gateway drug, but I mean, there's a lot of things that can be a gateway to,
Mm-hmm.
more use. It could be the damn McDonald's burger that you
That's
that
true.
you eat. I say that all the time. It's drugs all in, the food we eat. But yeah, just weed because of the culture, The culture, it's where you got that at, usually it's gonna be drugs at, it's gonna be a few, that's gonna take it to the next level when they, can't get as high no more, they looking for the next high. So, you can't never rule that out. So I wonder, but I don't want to flat out just say that's what it is. When we start, having the chronic, from, Dr. Dre, even though Dr. Dre, didn't even really smoke. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? When you're promoting it, before they were talking, he was talking about all like express yourself and things like that. Like, how drug, smoking weed was bad and stuff like that. And, now, you got the Chronic out. It's a classic album, but, it's the truth. So I don't want to say it's directly, led to that, because even within that, it still wasn't, doing drugs wasn't the cool thing. And if a person was, it was because, it was his decision, and that was their uh that was how they came up. That's how they came up. And, whether there was stress or whatever it was that sparked that just environment. Of course, in poor environments, you're gonna have that. You're gonna have drug use and things like that. Uh, Numb the pain and things like that. And a lot of times it escalates. Wu Tang Clan, they known for being on that juice, on that dust
Mm-hmm.
juice. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of those guys. You know what I'm saying? And the affiliates, they known for being on that dust juice and shit. Uh, DMX had his problems. He's
Still
his
does.
problems that he's still dealing with to this day. But it wasn't never glorified by none of these guys. It was never glorified. Uh, Even when around the same time, remember you had the Ja Rule 50, things. Murder Inc. They were known for popping ecstasy. You know what I'm saying? What we call in town
Pills.
Thiz. You know what I'm saying? Thiz. Or over in Bay Area, call it the Thiz. Popping the Thiz or whatnot. And around that same time, you had, guys like that. That was like a diss, what I'm saying, on that
Mm-hmm.
side, on like New York, like, yo, you over here popping ecstasy and shit, you on the pills. Like 50 was talking about take me to ecstasy without taking ecstasy, you know what I'm saying, throwing a shot at Ja Rule. So, it wasn't glorified, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. And then, then you have, of course, a legend, but you got Mac Dre. Like I said, it became
Mm-hmm.
popular, you know what I'm saying, on this side, popping this or whatnot. And, with term at what it escalated. It started, you know what I'm saying, even around Mac Dre, around that time and all that. They would talk about it all the time, living like a rock star. We already know, you know what I'm saying. Now, drugs have always, even the promotion of it or talking about it, the drown my feelings, I'm popping, just like he was saying on the song, Juiceworld song, I take prescriptions, whatever.
That song
And
hella
he's
dark.
influenced by those. He's part of that because it's all, to me, it's all hip hop. This is just where hip hop is today. Hip hop, I look at hip hop, rap is a part of hip hop. Hip hop is everything, you know what I'm saying, from, like, and then, it's the rap, it's the turntables, it was the break dancing, you know what I'm saying, the culture, the you know what I'm saying, the wear, you know what I'm saying? It's more of a genre than a culture, but you understand what I'm saying? The style and everything. I just think it's where it is. It's still hip hop. It's just it ain't been cultured. You know what I'm saying? It's hip hop, but this is where hip hop is today. And we influenced that rock genre within it, you know what I'm saying? But Kurt Cobain, he didn't die from that, but committed suicide, and many other, you know what I'm saying, rock stars that overdosed and things like that. So
Lenny
when
Kravitz.
when you start promoting that, party like a rock star, party, all that start coming around, and then it comes full fledged. You remember Lil Wayne was hood and everything, and of course those guys used to be on their shit, but it was an actual struggle. You know what I'm saying? They was on coke, BG was on the heroin and whatnot, but it was actual struggle. It wasn't glorified and shit like that. They talk about it, but now you get to Lil Wayne turns into a rock star. He started talking about being a rock star and everything like that. So that whole rock star mentality infused with hip hop, and it, you know what I'm saying, it led to the sector. You know what I'm saying? That's Future, Dirty Sprite, and all that. My bad, because we go back even before that. But like I said, the culture in Houston, it really hadn't permeated everywhere. It was known, doing the lean, the Dirty Sprite, all that. That was known as, everybody's doing it. People were doing it, but it was popularized. That it was more of that's a Houston thing. That's that's what they do down there. Those guys were dying. We saw many guys die. The DJ Screw. You know what I'm saying? DJ Screw. You know what I mean? I think what's his name? The big boy. I forget his name, man. There's a couple guys that died from that shit, man. So
Pimp C.
Yeah, Pimp C. Pimp C. I think did Fat Pat. I think Big Mo died from it. I probably remember Fat Pat died from that, or did he get shot? I can't remember, but yeah, man, yeah. Of course, the legend Pimp C, man. There's so many guys passed from that shit, but it wasn't permeated. It wasn't part of. That's what they did there. You know what I'm saying? The West Coast, everybody was smoking everywhere, but the West Coast was known for the weed or whatnot. Things like that. It wasn't, everywhere. You got the internet now, so it's a blend of, you know what I'm saying, the styles. You really can't tell who's from where now. You know what I'm saying? It's all become a universal way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, on top of that, incorporating that whole rock star lifestyle, party like a rock star. They were rocking the skinny jeans, the rope chains, and things like that. All the shit motherfuckers was wearing, shit the rockers was wearing. They were wearing the skinny jeans and stuff. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Then rest of the world started doing it. The Vans and all that. So, it's just that's what it is, and he was heavily influenced by that whole entire thing. He was heavily influenced by it.
Yeah, Future was his favorite. He said Future was his favorite artist.
Yeah.
And they did they did do a mix. I think it was a mixtape, I believe it is. There was Wrld on pills or something like that. It was promoting lean and popping pills and stuff like that, Xanax and all that.
And to have like the stuff poured over the world and shit.
Yeah.
One, and I think we talked about this before. One, argument that I don't like is when they, you got the older rappers, talking that shit like, yo, we sold drugs. Because of course they weren't promoting use of it. They're talking about we sold it. We weren't talking about,
we were the dealers, not the junkies.
Like I said, man, who the fuck are you selling it to? Who the fuck are you selling it to?
No, that's
Somebody
true.
had to take it, and these are the babies of these motherfuckers. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? You know, so selling it don't make it no damn better. You know what I mean? You putting that shit right back into your community. When I say community, your community is everywhere. You shouldn't be putting it into the nowhere on the earth. I don't care. You don't sit up there and say, let me not give it to my black folks. Let me go sell it to white folks. Go sell it to this white kid, or let me send it over to. Let me send it across seas to India because it doesn't. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Then you still out of pocket, man. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
facts.
You ain't
Yeah.
helping. You know what I'm saying? You ain't helping nothing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
man.
So uh, like I said on like I said on the podcast, the audio, I said that shit, when I was growing up, we didn't. Like Corey alluded to it a little bit, but like we wouldn't. We were told. I was told that I wasn't gonna make it past 21, and it wasn't because of drugs. It was because of none of that. It was because of other people. You know what I'm saying? And the lifestyle everybody was living. Everybody wanted to be a thug. Everybody wanted to be hard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to be Blood, Crip, GD. What are the other ones? It's a bunch of them. That's it's even more subdivisions in Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? And shit, past 21, I was happy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, I made it past 21. I proved the teachers, I proved the principal, I proved all these adults wrong. You know what I'm saying? But shit, these kids ain't making it past 21, man. Like literally, it's been Juiceworld, it's been XXXTentacion, Lil Peep, and Lil Snoop. Lil Snoop was 18. Lil Peep I think was 21 as well, and XXXTentacion was only 20. So
go ahead and throw your boy Mac Miller in there too.
But Mac Miller was like 26. I was just I understand where you're coming from with that, but it's just.
So I'm just saying the lifestyle. You know.
That's true. Yeah. Why does that song keep jumping in my head? That party like a rock star might not make it. Yeah, do y'all remember that song? Okay. Yeah. So I mean, but yeah, it's. I still believe that we have to give. I want the younger generation to be able to look at their elders, and the elders to be able to give them some game, but us the young kids actually take game, because we know
the elder's the one that dropped the ball.
I mean, yeah, but
niggas keep selling niggas because niggas got a price on everything. They got as long as you got a price, man, you already sold out. They can buy you. I mean, and you got, you know what I'm saying, guys that are solid and do stick to it, but you know what I'm saying, it's far and few in between.
That's true. That's true. And you guys actually spoke about it to where were you talking about the music industry before? You know what I'm saying? Gin and juice. Shit, nobody was drinking gin and juice until Snoop Dogg and them were made that video about gin and juice. Nobody. As soon as that
was drinking, they was drinking.
I'm talking about worldwide. I'm talking about worldwide. So
it popularized.
That's what I'm saying.
Popularized Bombay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. As soon as that happened, like this shit, we didn't get none of that money. You know what I'm saying? All the owners of those stocks and stuff like that were the ones that was eating off of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they still do till this day. They're like, yo, this is my brand. If people see you wearing this, or if people see you drinking this, they'll buy it. Your fans will buy it, and then da 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 da. And it's a bunch of technical stuff, but it's just like this stuff is still happening today. That's what the lean. That's what happened with the lean. And you spoke about that how it was down in Houston, and I remember the first time I seen it in high school was with Paul Wall. And then Paul Wall was drinking it with was it Lil Wayne? Because he was making him a grill, or Baby, one of the two. You know what I'm saying? And after that, it was normal.
Don't get it wrong. It's not a culture that's exclusive to black folks or anything like that, or hip hop. Like I said, this is an American thing, and all the kids on drugs. You know what I mean? Not all the kids. I'm saying I said
got
all
you.
the kids on.
Nah, I know.
A
I
lot
know
of the
what you're
kids,
saying.
a lot of the
I know.
kids, you know what I'm saying, of each, you know what I'm saying, ethnicity or whatever, man, when they subscribe to, the whole music and you know what I'm saying, the whether it's rock, hip hop, whatever so called culture or just the whole party lifestyle in general, from celebrities to the youngins, grown people, everything, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's on that shit, man. They on drugs. It's American. It's American culture.
That's
You
true.
know, yeah, it's American culture. It's just, I'll always say this about hip hop. Hip hop, it'll tell the truth.
But you
Whether
won't
it
know it's the
whether
truth.
it's whether it began with, you know what I'm saying, promotion or began as an agenda to push it, it'll tell the truth about what's going on. It'll
Yeah,
tell
Yeah,
that
that's
it's
facts.
telling you
absolutely.
exactly. It's just on the listener to take heed to it, because then you got folks that are defending. You be like talking about, it's just entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It may be entertainment for you, but it's a reality of
For
what's
somebody
going
else.
on. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? What's going
right.
on around. I mean, the
Well,
shit that they
and
talk
see that.
about, drug use, because I'll say this: drug use, murder, and all that didn't begin with hip hop.
Nope.
You know what I
No,
mean?
no, no, no,
It
no,
didn't.
no,
It
no,
didn't
no, no,
begin
no.
with hip hop. So
Yeah, that's
it's a.
that's religion.
I mean, just look at the amount of people, dog. I don't think people even understand how bad the '80s fucked up the family, dog. It is bad, bad, man. Murder numbers, dog, per year, man. These people were dropping like flies, man, all around America, man. It was a lot of murder, lot of long sentences. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
man? It was worse than people think, man.
Because
And just,
honestly,
off that, that's a reality. That's a reality. So of course you gonna get that. They gonna speak of that. What it became was, when they were, guys like NWA and all that, Cool G Raps and all those guys, when they
yep,
were
that's what
speaking
I
it,
gotta go.
record labels exploited it.
Yep.
They said, "Oh, we like that. We can use this." You know what I'm saying? This is what it is, and then they exploited that to their advantage.
Yep. And
And they made
honestly,
that they tried to make that the main narrative,
yeah, I just want
That's
to
what.
say this real
That's what.
quick, man.
That's why.
the leading narrative.
Go ahead
That's
on.
why I said keep. That's why I said keep your circle tight, man. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Still sharp and still, because you know, had we, had you not had groups like NWA, and I'm not saying anything bad, you know what I'm saying, because it is what it is. But had you had groups like that that didn't sell hip hop for $1, you know what I'm saying? You wonder
Perfect.
what hip hop would be. You know, once they started to sell out for contracts, big contracts, for you take a kid out of the hood. They do this in sports too. But you take a kid out of the hood, you give them a big chunk of change, and if he doesn't have any, number one, if he doesn't have any standards, he's gonna do anything you tell him to. You know what I'm saying? Because he's never seen that amount of money before.
there
In
was
his
only
mind,
there was only one smart one.
who?
There was only one smart one. You know who it is?
Match.
The one that looked at the contract and said, "Hell no, it's Cube."
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Cube.
yeah,
Cube was the
yeah,
one
yeah,
who,
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
got when they bought the
yeah,
contract and shit. Cube looked at
yeah,
that shit and
yeah. It's
said,
like, no,
"Oh
thank you,
hell no."
no, thank you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
That's
saying? Look at where he is now too.
Mm-hmm.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? He has creative control over everything he
Everything.
does.
Yeah.
And then
Everything
the
he
next
does.
person that finally followed behind him, because remember they were beefing. Cube and NWA were beefing, and then finally
Mm-hmm.
Dre hopped out next. Yeah, you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
where he
You
went.
wise, you
Yeah,
wise up, you wise up, and you mature, man. You
yep.
know, uh, you know.
I
Dre just
mean,
got sucked
truthfully, yeah.
into the peer pressure.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
Dre was all pure pressure, man.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't go from you don't go from doing what Dre was doing into some hardcore rap without saying you was influenced. You was influenced by the peer pressure.
Up there with the slick back joint.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shit, man. Had on the the jacket with what they call with the bling on it. You know what I'm saying? Had the rhinestones on it.
Yeah.
All right, so
we ain't dissing you, Dre. You put that out there, man.
We're just
we ain't
speaking
trying
about
to
it.
diss you. You put that out there.
Yeah. What I want to say before we bounce out of here is, do you guys remember CB4? I know a lot of the younger kids might not have ever seen CB4, but I want y'all to really go watch CB4. You go watch CB4 and tell me that's not what it is right now in the rap.
Oh, that's what it's always been. That's why I came out then. It's telling you exactly how it goes. A bunch of rappers, you know what I'm saying? They take the lifestyle. He took dude's whole name, MC Gusto. Rappers do that for real. You know what I'm saying? They take, you know, to somebody who's a hood legend or whatnot, and you know, Ricky Ross.
I knew you.
You know, Rick Ross. You know what I mean? 50 Cent was a real guy. You know, 50 Cent has the rapper 50 Cent probably has, from what it sounds like, shit, he might have more. He might be more of a hood legend than the original 50 Cent, for real. Because the story about the original 50 Cent ain't too honorable. But yeah, man, there's a lot of guys. Shit, Noriega, you know, all those names, the stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying they fake. Like them guys like that. Nori's known, you know what I'm saying, for it to get down in the streets. Like people co-sign. Like I said, the real motherfuckers are, and I'm not saying great. When I'm talking about different titles and people coming with titles, like when they talk about, you know, somebody talking about I'm the best NBA player ever or something like that. It's like you. The best motherfuckers don't have to say they the best. Motherfuckers around are gonna vouch for you. Motherfucker who was really real on the streets or whatnot, he don't gotta say it. You know what I'm saying? He can. It's free world. You can say whatever you gonna say, but you know, they gonna vouch for you. They gonna vouch for you. So yeah, man. But that's what it's always been, man. You know, it's wrestling. Like damn wrestling, playing a character.
You you kind of just touched on something new right there, but yeah, honestly, because that's what a lot of them are doing. That's definitely what a lot of them are doing. Are playing characters. Because all of these dudes. How do I want to say this? A lot of these
smart people can play dumb. Smart people can play dumb. Dumb people can't play smart.
You think if you take that consideration, look at Plies. Plies plays crazy all he wants, but that nigga is smart.
Yep.
So, and
now he's acting like a goofball. Now he's a comedian now. He went from the real goon to now he comedian. Even his videos look silly. Like wearing a big old silly hat, dancing and shit. I'm like he having fun, but I mean, like, yo, this. I mean, I guess he having fun.
What was you saying, Lauren?
Plies is having fun, but it's just
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams.
What about Cat Williams?
What is?
Really smart dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's smart. But Cat got some problems. Cat got some problems though. He's smart. Cat is smart.
Somebody he smoked too much. Somebody dipped his shit.
Cat got some real fucking problems.
Somebody
when I saw him on his back getting pinned down by a damn 13-year-old, I said, "Yeah, this dude got some." This dude got some problems. He's in there smacking motherfuckers in Target line, pulling straps out on there. Man, he was in something every week. I'm surprised Cat ain't serving 25 years, serving 10 years right now.
Somebody dipped his shit, man.
Cat got some issues. Even his comedy suffered. Like Cat, I mean, I don't think a lot of people done heard some new stuff from Cat, but Cat ain't the same.
Damn, I haven't heard nothing from Cat.
Comedy suffered from
but yeah, man, like I was saying, there's a lot of rappers in this game right now that truthfully don't live what they did preach, or what they did preach. They truthfully don't live. They truthfully didn't live none of that life, and that's coming from people that I know who know these people, and who've been around these people, and I'm just like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, that's of course. Of course.
Just know, kids, watch CB4. You'll understand what we talking about. Did you guys have anything else before you bounce out of here? And
still sharp and still. I always remember that.
Yeah, keep like Lauren said, still sharp and still. Keep your good friends close, man. Cause honestly, that 70 pounds, I don't even know if he knew about that. Honestly, because if
they know about it,
I'm just gonna say this.
That's a possibility.
The whole 6'9" thing, you look at it like that. I guess that's happened allegedly it's happened a couple times, and the somebody that's that knows him, that's a big, maybe that's allegedly that's like a big drug dealer or something like that. It's like, yo, you're doing these tours. He got one of his friends that was like, yo, get this on a plane, and then I'll give you a cut of X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? And Juiceworld probably didn't even know about that. And his friends could be using him like that. Money. And it's just like,
I say it's a possibility, but I put money that he knew.
You know, I wouldn't. What I just say? Yeah. What I just say? Yeah. Still sharp and still.
Yeah.
If you ask me to carry that, nah, he knew what was on that plane.
I was gonna say, yeah.
He knew what was on that plane. He didn't expect to get caught, and that's where he fucked up.
He's swallowing pills. I mean, that's just say. You
expect the worst. Expect the worst in a situation like that, and be prepared for the worst. Yeah. If you're gonna take the risk to do something like that, expect the worst. Plan, not expected. Plan for the worst. Not expected. Plan for the worst.
Yes, that's smart.
They sitting around. They up there flashing guns because that's what got them caught up. Who's on the plane? You know what I'm saying? Was Juiceworld participating in that? You know, was he one of them too? You know what I mean? But he, got a bunch of yes men. These bunch of young guys. Out. Doing ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Just being ignorant. You know what I mean? There's no reason to have your gun out on the plane.
Nah.
He shouldn't even known about that. You know what I'm saying? Who was this pilot? Go around trusting everybody, you know what I'm saying, putting on the show. You can't get out of character, you know what I'm saying, for a second to make sure that you get to where you need to get to. But it's always been like that. Man, I've been knowing this shit, man. I peeped this since I was, you know what I'm saying, younger. That's how it is for real. That's how it is in real life. You'll be hanging with motherfuckers. If you don't say something, dog, they'll lead you into they can lead you to whatever, getting caught up, lead you to your own death. Other motherfuckers is reckless.
Yeah.
They're not gonna take care of you like you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna do what they do. They're not gonna take care of you like you do. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't say nothing, you don't speak up, you can find yourself into some bullshit that you don't want at all. Right. You know what I mean? That's how it is, you know what I'm saying, in general. This situation here, man, like he knew what was up because he, like I said, he's sitting up there swallowing all them Percocets and whatnot. If it wasn't that serious, he wouldn't have did that. If it wasn't that serious, he wouldn't have did that, man. Who else? You know what I'm saying? Somebody else couldn't have swallowed this. You the head, man.
Yeah, you the cash cow.
You the head, dog. Why? Man, dog. They took the 80s fucked the family up. Not every family is fucked up like that, but the mindset permeated. You know what I'm saying? That shit was contagious, especially like I said, when you make that the leading narrative, not the only narrative, but the leading narrative, and you make it, you know what I'm saying, you glorify it in such a way, or you make it look cool. You know what I'm saying? You make it look cool. Man, that shit, leaders, man. The men, you know what I'm saying? The men really show them how to be men, you know what I'm saying? How to traverse through life. Taking the women, you know what I'm saying? They there's a lot of strong women out here that that they took on the role of, the masculine role that they display. Like we talk about, men and women can display those. Women have to do that when they become single mothers. Now they have to take on the masculine role, not man role. They can't be a man. It's like women can't teach them how to be a man, but they can take on masculine roles and how to help them. You know what I'm saying? How to help the boy display that. But they haven't really been. But they weren't. You know what I'm saying? Cultured with that. Think of how long, society, they couldn't vote, couldn't do nothing or whatnot. And then, all of a sudden now they got those different rights, but they doing it within, the system, still a man's system.
Yeah.
Still a man's system. So they still trying to learn it too. And now, now you're talking about black women, you're talking about, people, in these in poor spots. You're not going to get that masculinity. You're not going to get all the masculinity that they can learn, through trial and error. They can learn from the spot, but, they just trying to figure out how to display that too. Yeah. Masculinity is, is things like, it's, you got to have a balance between femininity and masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Being sensitive. The sensitivity to different things and just, everything like that, sometimes, put that masculine role on, you got to be like, hey, you got to let that roll off your shoulder and keep on pushing. That's how my mother was. You know what I mean? You got to let that roll off you and keep on pushing. Fuck that. You know what I mean? And so that's just what it is. You know what I mean? And you ain't got that. You make mistakes like that, man. You sit there and it's your money maker, man. This is the dude. This is the one that's feeding everybody. He's feeding y'all. Y'all so selfish, that you're gonna let it go to waste like that. He gonna pop the Percocets and then you watch him die out on the airport ground, man. There's your guy right there. The one that made it through, made it in.
Yeah, man. So because that's a whole nother topic. But with all that being said, man, what I need you guys to do, first and foremost, shout out to everybody that's been checking us out on Facebook, Facebook Live, also YouTube, BitChute, Castbox, and all the other streaming platforms that we're on. But the link's in the description below, man. If you're not following us on Facebook, the Word on the Ave podcast. For everybody else, man, the link is in the description below, man. Make sure you check us out on Facebook. Hit that subscribe, hit that follow button. If you're on BitChute, do the same thing, man. Appreciate you. YouTube, the same thing. So Lojo Speaks. Lauren, you want to let them know what they'll begin with Lojo Speaks pretty soon? Or soon enough?
Man, we trying to destroy we trying to destroy the 80s.
Ooh.
We destroying the 80s. That's what we doing. I'm gonna say it like that.
Okay, we destroying the 80s. Corey, man, let them know what they'll be getting with Grit Sports Media. And are we still riding with Grit Culture?
It's there. We ain't gotta promote that.
Okay.
It's sports.
Yeah, get your sports, man, from all the updates to, you know what I'm saying, me still staying in first place this year. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I haven't calculated.
Strong, baby.
I don't know. I haven't calculated Sunday. I think I might have took the lead on Sunday. Y'all, you motherfuckers wrong, man.
I don't know.
I got the Patriots one wrong, but y'all had a few of them.
Oh, I did. I told you that. But yeah,
I think I might have took the lead on you.
Let's hope not.
I'm gonna calculate it tomorrow. I'm gonna calculate everything tomorrow.
Okay.
10-11 basketball.
Unless you win it like me. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. I said unless you win it like me. That's all that matters.
I'm doing it fair too. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can go back all the way through, recount too, man. I'm doing it fair.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I'm back in the lead though, man.
Hey, I like that confidence. But without that,
it'll show. I'm telling you. Don't be surprised when I post it on Sunday and it say I'm up.
And I'm like this.
By like 1 or 2 games, like. Told you.
What happened? But yeah, man, we'll catch you guys later. Grit Sports Media, man. Unofficial Referees is the sports show every Monday. Every Monday. Grit Sports Media. Check us out, man. We love you guys. We out. Peace.